Ember, Sweet Pea, Mommy needs to use your perch. Yes, I do. I need to use your perch because my worms are hungry. Do you suppose that you could let Mama use that? Just for a little while. Okay. Come here, Sweet Pea. Oh, good girl. Hey guys, it's Ann. Welcome to my home worm farming channel. And today we're going to take a look in on the red wigglers in my tower system. And as you can see, the fig in the background is doing amazingly well. So it's hopefully, we're currently in what we would call a false spring. All right, so let's take a look and see what is going on in the top layer right now. Now this is a layer that has been foraging. You see all of my probably pepper seedlings, if I had to guess. Now I'm starting to wonder if even going through the electric composter is killing seeds. So just heads up to anybody who's gotten on the electric compost bandwagon, might not entirely be killing seeds, which I would almost bet money on it, and I'm not much to bet money on things. But looks like they're doing a pretty good job here. It's getting a little drier. Finally warmed up a little bit. I believe we're all the way up to false spring now. This week it's going to be 40s and 50s. I'm calling that not compostable. We'll take that out. So this up here is doing a good job. It is nearly, I think, well, it's still got worms in it, so we'll give it maybe one more time. So let's start having a look and see what we did to the feeding layer. Okay, and again with more seedlings, probably peppers. But this looks, in fact, I'm just going to take those and put those, no I'm not. No I'm not. The moisture is really good on this level for, considering it should, you know, it probably should not be this far along, but I think that nice warm weather has really kind of made a difference. We still have quite a few springtails in here, but not bad. This layer is probably almost done as well. Maybe next time I'll put the other two together and start another layer. But I don't think I want to feed this layer again. I think it is awfully wet, so I don't think I'm going to feed this layer. In fact, I think I'm going to combine those two layers, the two top layers, now, and then hopefully they will finish up together. Here's our third layer down, and that looks awfully good too, quite honestly. Really, the amount of moisture and the temperature just really gets these guys going fast. So I'm willing to bet this one's not going to be that far behind. This is really, I don't know if I want to say surprising, but it just got above freezing maybe not even a week ago, and I am seeing all kinds of cocoons everywhere. So it is the week of Valentine's, so these worms are definitely in the mood. Good worms! Okay, we're getting down to the last three layers here. This layer's never been fed any people food, and look at all the castings they make just from eating on cardboard. Had somebody ask me not too long ago, they were going on an extended vacation, and, you know, what did I think could help the worms get through almost 3 months of them not being home? And they had a plan of root vegetables and a lot of bedding. And I think that is actually very, very good. Uh-oh. Looks like I've got a helper here. Ember. Ember. No? You're not going to help. You just wanted to be nosy. Okay. Well, Ember and Aurora are our new kitties, new additions to the family. And they have been keeping a close eye on these worms and making sure they don't escape by sitting on the top. Although they are not twins, they do look very much alike. I think they're about a month apart in age. 7 months, 8 months? Something like that. Now, oddly enough, this layer actually is younger and it looks more done. And I have to wonder if that doesn't come down to what kind of paper shreds were in this layer. It might have been more of that Amazon paper packing than just like, whoa, no, absolutely not. Nope. I'm just as excited for spring as she is. Ember, those are worms. Absolutely no withdrawals. Good Lord. Go get your cat food. All right, next layer down is the last layer. This is the one we started last time. It does have worms down here, and not a lot of good moisture. I did bring some water with me just in case it was needed, and I think I'm gonna do a little bit of watering just down here. And then I can collect leachate later. Oh, shit. Note to self, make sure that it's shut. No, not for kitties. Okay, there we go, putting things back together. So the taller systems, I think just because of the increased surface area, they do run a little bit faster than a lot of my different systems, because I think probably pound or two of worms that are in there probably are more concentrated in a more concentrated area. That makes sense. And because the kitty cats are less than a month in the house, they're still on quarantine from the rest of the animals. So you may hear Shadow and Starlight having a fit in the background because they don't get to see the kitties very often and not up close. Okay, so that's quite a bit of food. And then I also have some electric compost to give them. This is kind of a lesson in electric compost of what not to do. Always pay attention to the sugar content of the stuff that you are putting into your composter, and also the moisture level. I think there might have been quite a bit of rice, and you really need to not do a lot of rice all at once. Put it in the fridge or the freezer, and nothing more than about a quarter cup in the electric composter at a time, along with anything else. And because unfortunately I think there was more than that, maybe some Chinese leftovers or something. All right, so that's what they're getting, some peppers, electric compost. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the top layer back on, but I'm gonna mix both top layers together and get some cardboard shreds to make a new layer for next time. And then hopefully this will regulate the temperature, or not the temperature, regulate the moisture, get the really wet lower level, and then this drier level together. Maybe those cocoons will hatch out. Oh, that's a peat plug from hydroponics this winter. All right, there you go. So if you have any questions, go ahead and put that in the comments below, and I will get to almost all of them. If somebody didn't get their question answered, ask it again. YouTube's been doing this weird thing where it hides some of the comments, even for me, and when I go in to answer them, some of them are missing, and then they magically appear 3 months old later. So I haven't lost it, but I'm now wearing a cat for a hat. Can I help you, ma'am? Can I help you? We're doing a video. It's about worms. It is about worms. It's not about cats. I know cat videos do play very well on the interwebs, but Mom has a worm channel. We're all learning. Anywho, the fig is doing fantabulous. It is very happy in this room up here. I don't know, it just might become an indoor fig. All right, let me go take you and have you look at the peppers. I got a tent on Facebook Marketplace, so I'm excited. Okay, here we are in my grow tent. It's pretty big, and it's obnoxiously taking up my spare room, but it is doing a pretty good job for peppers. I just up-potted some of the peppers yesterday. I've got my brassicas going, I've got the onions going, and then anybody who's really into peppers, that is a matapino. That is a variegated jalapeno, basically. And then a whole bunch of super hots that are going. I'm really hoping my fried chicken starts germinating. That's another super hot. And then this is a peach bubblegum mixed with a peach scorpion. So excited for what that's going to be this year. Let me know what you're doing in your gardens so far. I've got, just a little bit of cabbage, a little bit of kale going here. I'm ready to go. I probably have another month before I can even put the brassicas out, but we're going to be ready. All right, guys, well, thank you for hanging out with me and my worms and my cats and my plants. And everybody, have a good day.